Well, that's it in this edition of the Bulletin. Up next is a News 9 special.
If you're someone who has aerophobia but still wants to experience the true essence of Asia, then here's taking you on a Malaysian tour right from where you're sitting. And this time there's no boarding pass required, so sit back and enjoy the journey.
Home to prehistoric rainforests and a melting pot of cultures, Malaysia is an amazing country to discover. But what could be better than witnessing that exuberant culture here in Nama City? Yes, it was an evening worth experiencing as Malaysia was right here in Nama Bengaluru, and the flare and glare enthralled everyone to the hilt. With beautiful artists dressed up in their traditional attires, Malaysia's rich tradition and culture could be witnessed in its full glory. Istana Budaya, which literally means the Palace of Culture, is Malaysia's main venue for all types of theatre, including musical theatre, operetta, classical concert and opera. Bengaluru has been fortunate to welcome the beautiful and talented artists from the Palace of Culture to entertain us. Dikir Bara. The beautiful evening kick-started with the artists from Istana Budaya welcoming the audience in their traditional style. They performed a dance form known as Dikir Bara, which is essentially a modified and secularized version of Zikir, which is a form of incantation praising Allah and Prophet Muhammad. While singing, the group members will do certain actions, especially with their hands, to brighten and enliven the performance. Hand clapping and the striking of a gong accompany the entire performance. Zappin dance. Giving more insight into their vibrant culture, the beautiful artists then performed the Zappin dance. Coming from the state of Johor, the dance is believed to have been introduced by Arab and Muslim missionaries from the Middle East in the 14th century. The music for Zapin comes from an ensemble of traditional instruments which include the flute, gypsy-type bongos and the violin. There are no hard and fast rules as to the number of dancers that perform. However, because of the very interactive nature of this dance, it is usually performed in pairs. Malaysia is a house to varied culture and traditions. The house doesn't just boast of its own culture, but houses a variety of other cultures too. As the Chinese, Indians and Portuguese settled in Malaysia, the traditional dances of their homelands became a part of Malaysia's culture and heritage. China comes alive. Chinese form a major chunk of the population in Malaysia, hence the Chinese dance form too has gained popularity in the country. The artists from Istana Budaya gave us a glimpse of the Chinese culture through the traditional Chinese dance form performed with fans. Fans were used as props, complementing brightly colored costumes for an eye-catching spectacle. In Malaysia. If one had to pick one highlighting moment of the evening, it has to be the Indian dance form performed by the Malaysian artists. It was indeed a heartwarming experience as the artists tapped their feet in sync on the beats of the song Dhoom Tanana. Go ethnic with Sabah. The warrior dance is a traditional dance of Sarawak's Iban people. This dance is usually performed during the Hornbill festival. Reputedly the most fearsome of Sarawak's headhunters, the tribe's victorious warriors were traditionally celebrated in this elaborate festival. Wearing an elaborate headdress and holding an ornate long shield, the male warrior dancer performs dramatic jumps throughout these spellbinding performances. bamboo dance. Yet another highly popular and entertaining traditional dance form popular in Malaysia is the bamboo dance. The dance form involves the usage of two long bamboo poles that are held horizontally above the ground at ankle height.
Here's a dance known as Makura Hip or the traditional bamboo dance. The male dancer in blue costume.
They are clapped together to a high-tempo drum beat. Requiring great agility, dancers are required to jump over or between the poles without getting their feet caught.
Black costume represent the Kadasan people of Sabah. Makura Hip, the bamboo dance. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a place in
Melaka Farapera. The artists then brought to life the vibrant culture of Portugal on stage, performing what is known as Farapera. The Farapera is a fast, cheerful dance, usually accompanied by guitars and tambourines, performed by couples dressed in traditional Portuguese costumes. Malaysia, truly Asia. The artists then bid farewell to the audience with what may be called as a musical fashion show. Representing all the ethnic groups from the country, the artists were all dolled up in beautiful costumes. Definitely an evening worth witnessing. With fun, frolic and oodles of glitz and glamour, the evening was nothing short of a gala celebration. The entire evening saw Nama City immersed in true colors of Malaysia. So when you know this celebration in Asia, you know it has to be in Malaysia.
It's